Good afternoon from Gulfstream Park in Florida, which today hosts the inaugural Pegasus World Cup. The word unique is used quite a lot in racing, but this race really is. We've got 12 horses in the starting lineup this afternoon, and all of their connections have had to pay $1 million in order to be there. We've also got the best two horses in the world, Arrogant and California Chrome. They will slug it out for one last time. Who's going to be the winner? We'll find out. With a cut of the broadcast rights going to each of the 12 Pegasus shareholders, the race is genuinely a new concept, which could change the way in which the sport is funded, at least at Grade 1 level. One man involved with distributing the television rights is Henry Birtles, who we caught up with before the big race. First of all, what do you think of the concept of the Pegasus World Cup?
Well, I think it's fascinating. I think it's a perfect example of what needs to be done with racing. People need to come up with new ideas to generate more interest with the next generation, and I think something like this really works.
And from a TV rights perspective, obviously this is one race that every racing channel in the world really wants to show.
Well, there's been huge interest, and stunts such as bringing in Conor McGregor has really worked and generated an interest with networks that perhaps might not have been onto it, but it's, stuff like that really helps.
Another familiar face that we encountered on the Gulfstream terraces was Satish Seema, who missed his runners at Maidan in order to be a part of, well, history.
I love new ideas, and that's why I'm here. And I also like the idea of adding a turf race next year, which will be another good feather in the cap of this system. And yes, I would love to. And now that we have so many new owners in Dubai, I'm sure one of the owners is going to want to be international. And if you have the right horse, I'm ready to travel anywhere.
Gulfstream welcomed some 16,600 people in for the race, several thousand less than it hosts in March for the Florida Derby. Crucially though, that is a free fixture, while tickets for Pegasus were hot property. Plenty then for the organisers and stakeholders to be pleased with. Mick Ruis is the owner of War Envoy. Now, how are you feeling? Big race coming up.
Feeling good, no stress, It would be different, I think, if we had the first, second, or third favorite. We're in here to have a good time. A horse, we finally got him right, breathing. So we're only looking forward to having a real good 2017.
And you're a seriously hands-on man, aren't you? You don't just own them, you train them, you do everything.
Yep, I own them, train them, and go to feed them every night. And they usually have the feed tubs ready for me, but I make sure I put in the love. So I put in the love in each one of the tubs at the end of the day.
And you're a Pegasus shareholder. From the minute the race was announced, were you automatically sort of gripped by it?
Yep, third day we said we're in. We heard there was an opening, and I've always in business tried to go after people that are really successful. People that have made it and go off of them. And I thought Mr. Stronach had a great idea, and I'm in next year, no doubt about it.
Race time. 5:40 in the afternoon, and the last of 12 on the card. There is such a buzz around this parade ring, and this is why. This is the horse who could beat the great California Chrome. This is Arrogant. Doesn't he look absolutely fantastic? He's a ball of muscle, keeping his cool as well in what is a very, very busy parade ring here. Everyone has got their phones out trying to see the great two horses. General consensus among the racing press seems to be that Arrogant is going to be just too strong for Chrome again. He's drawn in one. He could just go hard from the front, and we might not quite see anything catch him. Who knows? Hopefully you can hear the cheers going around this Gulfstream Park parade ring, because California Chrome, the horse of the year for a second time, just crowned earlier on this week, has entered the walking ring. He looks absolutely magnificent, a real shine to that famous chestnut coat. Alan Sherman's going around shaking the hands of everybody. This is, as we understand it, Chrome's last race. And can he do it? Can he topple Arrogant? Can he get revenge for that Breeders' Cup Classic defeat? Have to say, I'm hoping so. Chrome's last race meant that his band of supporters, the Chromies, were out in force. It's Chrome's last race. How are you feeling?
It's bittersweet. It's sad. It's kind of one of those moments where, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. I've traveled all over to see him, and it's been really good for horse racing to be able to see a horse run this age group and not retire and just breed. So it's been fun. Met a lot of friends in the process. Get to travel around and see people and see different race courses. So it's good for racing.
You're absolutely right. And what is it about California Chrome that you love so much?
It's a Cinderella story, as everyone said. I mean, he's a ham. He's cute, he's fun, and he knows he's a superstar, so it's fun.
Sadly, the anticipated match race didn't materialise. Chrome getting to the front from his wide draw, but fading tamely at the business end, due to what was subsequently diagnosed as a knee injury. Advantage Arrogate then, and he got the job done with the minimum of fuss, beating Shaman Ghost by 4 3/4 lengths, with Neolithic third.
But what a race! What a sport! What a horse! Arrogate romps in the Pegasus. He won it by 3.5.
Chrome is off to stud at TaylorMade Farm in Kentucky, but Prince Khalid Abdullah can expect more Grade 1 success with Arrogate. Where though remains to be seen. What a horse! I mean, did he take your breath away today?
You know what? He every time he runs, he's so exciting to watch. But boy, when he's just getting better and better, and he's got that big long stride. He just runs away from the field, and I was hoping he'd run that well, but you never know because you don't know what's going to happen. Like California Chrome, he unfortunately he didn't bring his game today, so I know that feeling. So, but I'm just happy and I'm glad that we did it, and I'm so honored to win the richest race ever in the United States or wherever. I don't think there's another $12 million race. So I've been so blessed to have a horse like American Pharaoh, and then come to have a horse like this and win the Triple Crown with Pharaoh. And I never thought I'd have another great horse like that. And this horse looks like he's filling those shoes, and he just really, it's just like an honor to be part of Juddmonte Farm is just really an honor.
It's amazing, and I know Prince Khalid will make the decision, but I think it'd be a penalty kick for him if you were to bring him to Dubai. What are your thoughts?
Well, I mean, I think we have to get him home and see how he is, and I know the Prince he wanted to make sure that he's, whatever we do with him, make sure he's ready for the Breeders' Cup Classic. That's a race that that's the main goal of the Breeders' Cup Classic. So, in between there, so they have to sit down, and Garrett O'Rourke and everybody, and so we wouldn't even make, we're prepared to go at all times, but we'll let them make that call.
Well, it's now firmly night time here at Gulfstream Park, but I think we have seen a little bit of history made. What we didn't see, of course, was the match race that we all envisaged California Chrome in his last ever race that has now been confirmed, slightly dropped away tamely, but what we have seen is the crowning of a new champion, Arrogate, so dominant. And the good news is, from connections, the Dubai World Cup isn't completely off the table, but we'll have to wait a few weeks for a decision on that one. But overall, it's been a fantastic day here at Gulfstream Park.